My screen is visible, right?
Yes, Vinay, visible.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
If you have knowledge on AWS cloud, as you know that in AWS EC2 service, we are getting infrastructure as a service from the cloud, right? In EC2 service, we are getting infrastructure as a service from the cloud. Yeah. On the top, we are installing some OS and using some applications. But in case of containers, the scenario will be different. For better understanding, I will teach you with the help of one diagram. See, for suppose consider this part as infrastructure from the cloud. Not infrastructure from the cloud. Now, on the bottom of on the top of this layer, uh, we have some hypervisor. Um, you can easily understand if you have some knowledge on Linux and AWS cloud. Yeah. Okay. Now on the top of this layer, we are using our OS operating system. It's maybe either Linux, anything, Linux or Red Hat, whatever it may be. We have operating system there. In system, which may be Linux, Ubuntu, Red Hat, whatever it may be. Red Hat, whatever it may be. On the top of this layer, we need to use this one. In case of AWS server. Yeah. Okay, consider these all things as one layer. I hope you understand this one. Okay, on the top of this layer, just we are installing the application, whatever it may be, whatever application we want. We just installing the application on the top of this layer. It may be any application. As you know, for suppose if you install a http application, or you install a tomcat, or you install a nginx application, whatever application you may install, and depends upon the application code, you can edit and you can use it. Maybe the scenario will be like that. Okay, we are using application based on requirement. We can one second. uh, we can call this one as a one virtual vision. All this components, we can simply we can say this is called virtual machine. Virtual machine. I hope these letters are clear for you. Okay, this is called a virtual machine. As I mentioned, first of all I need to explain what is the difference between virtual missions and containers. So I am teaching this part for you. And in Docker we are using containers. First of all you need to know what is a container. That's why I am teaching the difference between virtual machine and container. And mm, I think everyone have some idea about how to create this server, right? Uh, is there any beginner in this class? I think someone has left. Okay, Venkat. Is there any beginner in this class? Everyone has idea how to create a server, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. And if you know how to create a server, all these things, I hope you understand this concept. Like backend infrastructure, we are getting from the cloud. On the top, we are using some operating system. And then whatever application you want, you are installing in the Linux server. These all these components we are just were calling as a virtual machine. I hope you understand this terminology. Now, in case of Docker, the scenario will be same, but we have some differences will be there. That is, if you see, I have searched in Google, I got this one. So just copying this. Here also, somewhat scenario will be different. Whatever OS you want, you are going to install. Mean you are going to add on the OS. Same concept will be there. Here it will be like a whole operating system. Operating system. It may be Linux, Ubuntu, Ubuntu, and Red Hat, whatever it may be, depends upon your knowledge. Okay, Red Hat. All these components is form as a group. And then on the top of this here, in case of virtual machine, just on Linux server, just we connect to the Linux server, and on Linux server just we are going to install application. It may be HTTP application, Nginx application, whatever application. But in case of Docker, as you know, in case of Docker, on the top of this layer you are going to install Docker. You are going to install Docker, Docker engine. You are going to install Docker engine. Docker engine. Yeah, I hope you understand somewhat concept here. Yeah, okay, Docker engine. You are going to, on the top of a Linux OS, you are going to install Docker engine. Okay, with the reference of this Docker engine, you are going to create containers. It is like a one container. Okay, it's like a one container, and it is another container. Okay, and it is also another container. maybe n containers. Just for example, I am drawing only 3 or 4. It's not like only 3 containers, only 2 containers. Maybe n containers you can create. It depends upon the storage available. Okay. As I mentioned here, on the top of OS, just we are installing application. It may be Nginx application, HTTP application, Jenkins, Tomcat, whatever it may be, you can install on the top of OS. But in case of Docker, on the top of OS, you are going to install Docker engine with the reference of, we are using a Docker engine as a reference, and going to create containers. Here just I mentioned it is a container one. Okay, it is a container one. It is a container one. It is a container one. It is a container two. Container two. Similarly, it is a container three. Okay, it is container three. It is like a container four. Okay, you can assume container is like a mini Linux server. Container is like a mini Linux server. You can assume like that. Mini Linux server. It's like a mini Linux server. Okay. In each container, we can install application. In each container, you can install application. Application 1, application 2. Similarly, you can take application 3. Here also, you can take application 4. This is the basic difference you are going to understand about what is a virtual machine. Is nothing but a Linux server. You can assume like that. It's a Linux server and it's like a container. This is the basic difference. You need to know what is container, how it's going to be. This is the basic difference. If you have any questions on this line diagram, you can ask me. I will explain. Then I can go to the next level. Yeah, if you have any questions on this, you can ask me. Then I can do practically. Yeah, any questions you can ask me. You can ask me freely. Even whatever questions you can ask me. Just I'm sharing my knowledge. That's it. If you have any questions on this, you can ask me. Any questions, or I can continue.
No question.
Okay. No need to. I will share this picture for you. No worries. Just help you recycle the concept. I can also share the recording. Uh, okay, I'm saving this picture. VMs versus containers 2. Okay, I have saved this picture. I will send you. And now I'm going to practical. Okay, first of all, I think everyone have knowledge how to create server. This is my AWS dashboard. Just I'm on the left left corner. Just select these services, and then go to all services. Then you can select view all services. Then it will be redirected to this page. You can we are going to use the first service. This is EC2, uh, which is useful to create a servers, all these things. Okay, I'm selecting instances. First of all, I'll explain how to install application in server. Then i will I will take another server and I will create a container or things. Then you will get the basic difference between these things. Okay, first of all, I'm taking a Linux server. Okay, just I'm using uh, server, just I'm using whatever name you want, you can give this one, server 1. And as of now I'm taking Amazon Linux. Okay. And as of now I'm going with the free trial because I don't want to get any bill. And the key pair I'm using my previous key pair. I hope if everyone have knowledge on AWS cloud, you know all these things. And VPC, I'm going with my VPC, the subnet, enable IP, and taking previous security group. That's it. Security group, launch instance. Just I'm creating the instance. Okay. Putting EC2 user at the rate of IP address, and no need like this. Load IP address. Now I have connected to my server. Previously I have saved key everything in my putty, that's why it automatically connecting there. I need root permission, so I'm using sudo su. Okay. uh, in this diagram I have mentioned like in case of virtual machine, directly we are installing application like this. First of all I will take some sample application for your basic understanding, then I am going to explain with these containers. Okay. First of all I'm installing an http application. Yum install httpd hyphen y. Okay. Now service httpd start. Okay. Now I need some sample code. You can check whether it is working or not. I'm copying my public IP. Just I'm searching in Google whether it is working or not. Just I need to check this one. So it's showing it is work. I want some sample code to deploy in my server. So HTML, I want some sample code. So I'm getting from Google HTML registration form. Just scroll down. As of now I'm going with this code. Yeah, test it now. Just copy this code. Okay. I am going to save this code in my server. Okay. Just I'm going to my server. And in Linux, if you want to go to particular folder, cd, it means a change directory, where www html. Yeah. Okay. Then in this particular folder I need to create one file, vi index.html. Okay. uh, Edit. Just I need to paste the code whatever I have copied from the browser. Just I have paste the code. I have saved the code. Okay. Now if you see, if I refresh this one, that output will be appear. It's a basic thing everyone should know. For suppose if I edit the code, whatever code I have placed there. See, just I'm going up. See, just I'm going up. If you want, you can edit the code there. uh, just you can add one more point there, h1 or h2. H1, my home page, my home page dash h2. sorry, it's H1 only. H1. It's my home page. Just I'm saving this one. Then again I'm refreshing the page. Then it will be appear like this. Whatever code if you place in browser, okay, maybe any issue.
We need to place the H1 within the body.
Okay, okay. Actually, previously I have used a different HTML code. Th- that's why maybe this one happening like this. I'm not a development person. Just I'm showing. Okay, no problem. Better I can change the code. Yeah. Every time I'm using this code, but for this time I have used that code. This code is easy for me. Just why I want to teach you some difference. That's it. Uh, I'm not developing any application. Just I want to explain how the server is going to work. That's it. How the server is working, how the container is working like that. Title, station page. Someone is joining. Yeah. The registration page. Okay. H2 my home page slash H2. See, it's showing my home page. Okay, whatever code if you place in server, it will give the corresponding output. For suppose maybe you can open any website. I'm opening this college website as we see. It's okay, whatever. Okay, it is one of the college website. For this website, maybe the front end developer had developed code. If you see, maybe it's a combination of HTML JavaScript code. See, they just place this code in the server. That's why this website is going to work. For suppose even if you open any company website also, you can see this code. I think just explaining for your awareness like this. Just I want to teach how the server is going to work. In the server, just we connected to the server. Then you have installed some HTTP application. You can also install Nginx application, whatever maybe. As of now, I have used HTTP. Then I have added some code. In this way, the server is going to work. Now I'll take the new server. Okay. uh, Now what you have done, just you took the server and connected to the server, and you install one application and place it uphold. You have seen how the virtual machine is going to work. That's fine. Now you are going to see how in case of Docker and Docker containers. Okay, now just I'm going to take a new server, not the same server. mm, why all this taking new server is becomes easy, right? You can also use the same server, but as of now I am taking new server. Launch. Okay, launch. Just I am using Docker just for easy identification. Docker, and I'm going with the same Amazon Linux and same instance size and the key pair. I'm going with the previous key pair, uh, key pair Kedari, and edit option. uh, when I VPC, okay, my VPC enable and the same security group. I don't want to create a new security one. Yeah, okay. Launch instance. Mhm. Then it will create a new instance. Just I'm going to connect to this server. Copy public IP. Wait for few seconds. Okay. Now just copy the public IP. Same, use the putty only. Uh, take new session. Load. Here is my new server, not the same server. If you see IP address are different. It is a 12 to 121 and this server IP address is 113. So both servers are different. Just no need to confuse with the same color. So I'm changing the color. Change settings, colors, modify. I'm using okay, whatever it may be. Yeah. Now, as I mentioned, on the top of OS directly we are installing application, but here on the top of OS we need to install Docker engine. So I'm installing Docker. Install Docker -y. Okay. If you don't mention why, it will ask for confirmation yes or no. That's why I'm using that. Install Docker -y. Say, you know any command like ifconfig, sorry. See, it's showing like networking part. Say IP address 12 to 121 and which subnet mask is using all these things be related to networking. Now just you install the Docker. You need to start the Docker service. You can identify before I am starting the Docker network. It's showing this network and these details. Now I'm starting the Docker network. Service Docker start. Okay, I'm starting the Docker network. Then again I'm asking that service Docker start if config. Then it's showing the new network. Before if you see, it's showing only two things. Now after starting the Docker network, it's showing the three things along with the Docker network. I think you noticed the difference before and after Docker service start. Okay, now you have added the Docker engine. Okay, now you need to create a container. So as I mentioned, the container is nothing but a mini Linux server. Okay, okay, for virtual machine, what you need, for virtual machine you need some operating system, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, for virtual machine you need some operating system. So for suppose sorry, virtual machine, sorry, for virtual machine it's like a virtual machine, you need some operating system that is called OS. See, we are using OS, we are calling that one as a mission image. Okay, Amazon mission image, it may be Linux image or Ubuntu mission image, anything. For virtual mission we need Amazon mission image. Similarly, as I said, for a Docker, we are sorry, for Docker we are running containers. It's called mini Linux servers. For virtual missions, we need this Amazon mission images. We are calling that one as Amazon. Just you have seen in the AWS dashboard. Similarly, for Linux server, you need Docker images. Sorry. Okay. Any confusion on this one? I'll show you one thing. Launch instances. It is a virtual machine. Okay, for virtual machine you need the OS. For suppose if you are running any server, you need any OS, maybe Linux OS, Red Hat OS, Ubuntu OS, whatever OS you want. We are calling that OS as Amazon mission image for server level. Okay, for server level, for server level we are calling that one as Amazon mission image, EAMI. Similarly, in case of Docker, we are running containers. Container is nothing but a mini Linux server. For containers you want Docker images. I think you find the difference between containers and Docker images. Okay, there, for your understanding I am mentioning there. Okay, just wait 1 second. uh, need AMI mission image to run server. Here you need need Docker images to run containers. Okay, to run containers. I hope you find the difference here. Okay, it is now you have launched the Docker in this server. Now you need Docker images. To see the list of Docker images, you need to use this command, Docker images. As of now, you don't have any image in your server because it is a new server, it is an empty server. So you need to get some images from online. So to get from online, you need to use Docker Hub. It is like a official storage for Docker images. If you have any knowledge on GitHub, GitHub is nothing but a remote repository for developers to save their application code. Similarly, Docker Hub is like a remote storage to store their Docker images. Docker Hub. You need to create a account similarly like a GitHub. As I have account already I have account in Docker Hub. Okay, see, you can see the multiple images there. In the next class I will discuss, I mean within a few minutes I can discuss more about Docker Hub. For suppose you can see in a Linux server you have installed HTTP application. See, it is HTTP image, but just the difference is micro macro, like Linux server is like a macro, container is like a micro. Amazon mission image is a macro, Docker image is micro. That is the difference. HTTP image is there. Similarly, Linux, Nginx image is also there. Nginx image is also there. Okay, that's why just you can pull from online. And uh, one thing, Docker Hub. Some public images are there. Okay, Nginx is a public image, so you can get directly. HTTP is also, it's a public image, you can get directly, but some private images are there, like you see Vinay Kumar 331. It is my Docker Hub account. Okay, it is my Docker Hub account. For suppose I have some public repositories and some private repositories. uh, my public repositories can access by everyone, but my private repository is only accessed by me. I need to sign in with my username and password, and I need user. So saying all things at the time, it's not like a one day process. That's why we can go one by one. Okay, as of now I'm going with the public image. Okay, Docker pull. As of now I'm using Nginx. In the next class, I will teach more about this Docker Hub, all these things. No worry. Nginx latest. Okay, latest. Just I am pulling from online. This command use reference from Docker Hub and it will pull the Nginx image. Okay, it's wrong spelling. Nginx.
I
Okay, using this command you can pull images from the online. It is a public image, as I mentioned. You can pull public images directly. Okay, now if you use the Docker images, okay, Docker images, then it previously it shows empty, but as of now we have this image. Now I need to create a container using this image. In order to create a container you need to use some commands. Wait once again. Yeah, Docker run hyphen rm hyphen dit. This rm is not mandatory. Here I am using dit. You some person using itd also, no worries. And I'm using this concept, and there I need to specify the name of the container. As of now I'm using c1, and name is a c1 hyphen p. I will explain about this port now itself. 8000. I want to run my container at 8000 port, 8000 colon 80, and there I need to give the reference as this image. Okay, image ID. Whether you can use this image ID or you can also provide this tag As of now I'm using this image id, ec image id. Now it will create one container. To see the list of containers, you can see docker ps. Okay, docker ps. Now see, one container is running on the port 8000. Just I'm going to my server. It is my docker server. See, uh, for server one, its ip address is 327.202.224. 327.202.224. Now it is my second server, docker server. I'm copying this public ip address. Directly I'm pasting in the browser. It doesn't show any output because my Nginx application is there, right? My Nginx application is not running in my server. It's running in my container over this port. That's why just I need to mention the port, then it will show the output. Okay, as of now in my server I'm running only one container. I can also run multiple containers. So just for your understanding, I will show this one. Naikumar 331. See, all these are my public repositories. Public repositories, right? Just I am opening my public repository tags. All these are my public repositories. Okay, I can use this tags. I can for creating the containers. See, I am using this command again. See, docker run dit, and I am going to create a second container, right? So I am changing the container name. Okay, container name, and I need to change the port also because uh, same port should not be work for multiple containers. So I'm using 8100, and I'm taking a different image. Whether for images, whether you can provide this image id, or you can also you provide this tag. So as of now I'm providing the tag directly. See, Vinay Kumar 331, this is my username. Whether you can use this whether first of all you can pull this one and you can use the image id, or directly you can use this one, Vinay Kumar 331 slash app colon n1. I don't know which application running in this image, just I'm adding it. Okay, for suppose I want to use from my docker app, I need to use like this, or else I can do one thing. See, I'm using docker pull. I need to use this one, docker pull. I need to use this one. Okay, first of all I will pull this image to my server. See, it's pulling. Then docker images, then it will get into my server. Then I can use this image id. This is one method. I can use directly like this also. That is another method. I don't want to go with the two steps. That's why maybe you confused, right? That's why I'm saying this one. Okay, directly I can use this one, or first of all you can pull, and later you can use the image id. It's also another method. Okay, as of now I'm creating another container on 8100 port. You can see docker vs. Okay, now two containers are running. One is 8000 and 8100 port. You can just check which application is running there. Okay, just you can copy the ip, come to browser. On 8000 port you are running Nginx application. I don't know which application running in 8100. Just you can check 8100. See, it's a different application, and it is one application and it is different application. And you can also run multiple applications. I have my favorite See, this is another application is there, VK4 is there. So just I want to use this one now. Okay, can you anyone say the command? See, this is new create container, and I want to create a new container. See, it is container 3, container 3, and previously have used 8100, so I'm using 8200. And Vinay Kumar 331 app is gone. Just I need to change the tag remaining all is same. Just I'm changing the VK4. Okay, VK4 over 8200 and C3. Just my new container, see, automatically it will pull the image and it will create the container. Okay, now if you see Docker PS, now you are running a 3 containers. Just come online and copy your IP, copy your IP, which is same server but a different port, 8000 port, 8100 port, now 8200 port, 8200 port. See here a different code is there in the container. Now you can ask, okay, in case of server, just you connected to the server and you have installed application, you gone to this page. I mean, sorry, you go to this particular path and you have placed the code. Okay, that's fine. But how to do for containers? Simply, you have that question, right? How to change the code for containers? You have that question? Anybody have that
Yes, sir.
question? Yeah, yeah, that's why uh, as of now I'm not taking the empty images, I'm taking the predefined. Already I have created, already have used. So see, Docker PS, as of now I have 3 containers, and there's a first container is 8000, right? See, first container is 8000. It is like a official image, and this image is created by me, and this image is also created by me because I pulled from my hub. Here it is official image, right? And running over container 1. So what you need to do, you need to log into the container. Okay, log into the container 1, 8000. So docker to log into the container, already you know how to connect to the server. Now you need to know how to log into the container. Okay, docker execute it. You need to mention whether container id or container name. You can use C1, no problem. You can also use this container id, no problem. Anything you can use, no worries about it. Okay, container id bash. If you use this command, it will log into the container. See, before it's showing easy to user, now it's showing this 8d9c. That means you have login to the container. Which container? C1 running over 8000 port. Okay, 8000 port, we are running Nginx application. Are you getting now? In as of now in this container you are running Nginx application. You need to know path. Previously this is HTTP application, but this is a Nginx application over 8000 port. Okay, and for HTTPD application the path is this one, www.html. At this path you are going to add the code, but for Nginx application path is not same. So you no need to remember the path, just you can ask the Google HTML path. See, already I have asked that one, HTML path in sorry, you can ask Nginx HTML file location. If you ask like this, then it will show the path. What happened? Uh, Okay, just I'm asking Google. You need to remember everything. Okay, Nginx HTML file location. Then it shows that this path, right? Copy that path. Okay, copy that path. Previously, where www.html. Here it's showing user sharing HTML. Now, power cut. I will change the Wi-Fi network. Okay, I think my screen is visible to everyone, right?
Yes.
That's fine.
Visible.
Uh, for suppose due to any power cut, your server got shut down. No need to connect again. Just you can use right click and use this restart option. Okay. So then you can your server no need to worry about that one. Similarly, just you can use right click and use a restart option. Automatically it will be started. But again you need to create. Again you need to log into container. Sudo so. Okay. Your application is still running there. 8000 port, 8200 port. So, okay. Now we are going to log into the Nginx container. Just you can use the same command. Okay, log into Nginx container. As you said, this is your container ID 8D96. 8D96. You can log in, right? You need to know the path. See, copy this path. Copy this path and go to that path. CD, CD. You have copied the path. Some network issue is there. That's why. And, CD. Okay, I thought I already copied, but it's highlighted one. Okay, I have copied this one. I am inside the container, not server. See, it's not showing EC to user because I have logged into the container using this command. Mm, Now I have went to this path in the inside the container. I have went to this path. If you use ls to see the list of files, see, um, as I mentioned, it is a Nginx application container. Okay, it is Nginx application container. Nginx application container. Now this container have this file cat. Use this one. Okay, if you see, it contains this code doc welcome to Nginx. So it displaying this output. You can also edit this code. How to edit this file? How to edit this file? If you have knowledge on some Linux, just you can say how to edit this file. How many options available to edit the file? Hello, anyone can say how many options available to edit the file?
VI.
Yeah, vi is there, but in container vi won't work. See, if you see like this one, it doesn't work. You need to install separately. In container you need to install vi separately. Mm, that's like you need to install yum install separately. You need to install vi editor in your container. So for suppose vi is not working now, what is the other option to edit the file? You can use cat,
Vim
right? Cat single get done or double get it done?
double.
Yeah, double get it done. You need to use the file name. Okay, file name. Then you can for suppose if you want to edit the code, you can use the single getter. Then if you want to override the code, you can use double getter. Then I want to override the code, that's why I'm using this one. Whatever it may be, if you have any code, you can provide that one, I can add, or else I can use some different code from online. Well, application form. Okay, application form. mm, See, whatever code if you place there, then it will provide the corresponding output. No worries about that. By yourself. Mm, yes, this one. Okay, as of now I'm going to place this code. Just I'm copying this one and coming there, just I'm adding there. Okay, and how to save this file? Control D. Control D. Yeah, file is saved now. Now you can see previously you are running on 8000 port Nginx application is there, but you log into the Nginx container and you have edited the code. That's why it's showing a different output. Are you seeing now? Hello.
Yes, yes, I
Yeah,
can see.
depends upon the changes of code, it will show the output. Okay. uh, it is a predefined application Nginx, that's why it's not changing this one. Okay, because already you know it's a predefined application. In that case you can do one thing, just you can use exit option. Just you can pull docker, pull, you can use ubuntu. Okay, ubuntu colon latest. It is a empty image. Nginx image have some application, Nginx application, but ubuntu is a empty image. Just you can pull ubuntu, but linux is not available. Okay, ubuntu is there. Just you can use a docker images. Okay, images is there, you have ubuntu, right? Now you can create the container. Okay, because our server got reset, right? That's why I need to use docker run rm d80 name c4 b 8400 colon 80 ubuntu colon latest. Okay, now you have created a new container with ubuntu c4 and 8400. That is fine. Now if I check with 8400, it doesn't give any output because that is an empty image. It's like empty cassette is there without any movies like that. It is an empty image, it doesn't give any output. You need to add the code 8400, so it doesn't give any image. So that's why you need to log into the container. Docker execute it c4. You can use container id or container name bash. Okay, bash. Okay, ubuntu. In ubuntu it is like a empty image. Empty image, it's like a empty server. Okay, then whatever you want, you can install it. See, yum ubuntu. In ubuntu commands is different. You need to use apt apt install ht. Similarly previously you have used, right? You need to use the commands and install application whatever you want you can do. You have done before, right? What you have done, you install some http application, whatever it may be, you can use that one. It's like a empty server, empty container, like apt install. For suppose it is an empty server, right? Apt install, you can use nginx, or else you want httpd hyphen y, whatever application you want, you can install in your empty container. Any questions? See, first of all, I took nginx image and create the container, and secondly I have took my own to, it's my own images and create the container. Lastly I took a empty image and create the container. In empty image I create the container. In that case just I need to connect to the container, and I need to install application whatever I need. And for your understanding I will show you one picture. File, open, uh, I'll show you one picture, how the containers got port forwarding, docker port forwarding is there. See, save, see, for suppose as I mentioned, assume this is like my EC2 server. In EC2 server I have multiple containers, container 1, container 2, container n, container n. I have multiple containers. All these containers are connected to the docker 0 network, as I mentioned earlier. If config is there, okay, if config, see all these containers are there na, is port forwarding through this docker 0 network. And see docker 0 network, the help of ether network of linux server. Then outside it is going to say for container 1 is port forwarding to this one, and container 2 port forwarding to this one. Similarly this is called port forwarding of docker. This is the somewhat basics of docker. Like if you have knowledge on up to these things, so we can go to the next level task. And I know all persons are not different, maybe some are experienced persons, some are some beginner persons are there. And in the group also I have mentioned like beginner to average persons can join like that. So uh, I'm keeping in everyone points of view, and I'm teaching like that. And if you want to continue to any like if you want to continue and I want to explain two other topics, I can continue, or else I can explain other things in the next class. And up to here, if you have any questions you can ask me. Yeah, if you have any questions up to here you can ask me. And, but you need to practice, you need to practice, then only you can understand well.
Okay. How about the security part here? I mean, updates and all for these Docker images. So how those will be managed?
Security part means you mean server level, or for asking for about images.
Even images also they are using the this one, right? Ubuntu for containers.
Uh,
We are pulling the images.
yeah.
So
First of
how
all,
about yeah.
yeah. First of all, as I mentioned, for suppose it is my Docker hub. Okay, this is
Mm-hmm.
my public repository.
Okay.
This is my public repository. Anyone can access. Okay, I'm
Mm-hmm.
logged to my Docker hub account. See login, continue. This is my Docker Hub account. I just am log into my Docker Hub account. Even anyone can create a Docker account. For suppose if you have knowledge on GitHub, in GitHub also you can have public repository and private repository. Public repository can view by anyone. Private repository only access to the user. See, it is my public repository and this is my private repository, and these are public repositories. Like that I have only one private as of now. Okay, even this repository can only see by me, no other user can see. If I have any personal applications, I can save this repository, but other public repositories can access by everyone if they know my username.
Okay.
Similarly, coming to there also, they have some official image. Nginx is a public official image, so anyone can pull. But you are not
Mhm.
pulling some application like entrepreneur applications, right? So
Okay.
we are using public images. And
Uh,
even as I mentioned, how you can also create a account in a Docker Hub.
My question is actually, so I'm basically from Windows background. Okay,
Yeah.
so in Windows they used to do monthly maintenance. So whenever any security patches available from Microsoft, they'll be patching every month. So there will be one maintenance shed window, and they will do particular 4 hours or something like that. Okay,
Yes, yes.
coming to for Linux, I'm not sure like how the maintenance they will do. Is there will be
And
applying
okay, I got you what you were trying to say. And
Mhm,
here it is a free trial account.
mhm.
Maybe the storage will be like some limit. You can also create a account for a business purpose. That is
Okay.
next level. And for suppose you have created this application. I want to save this application because I don't want to create
Mhm.
again and again, right? Are you getting
Yeah.
me? That's
Yeah.
why just you can back up this application. Okay, just you
Okay.
can back up this application and you can save in the Docker Hub.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is
Mhm.
another task because I hope in everyone point of view I'm teaching one by one.
Yeah, got it. Just I had that question.
Yeah,
How we are
okay,
implementing.
I'm saying like I have created this application. Just I took a backup from the container and I
Mhm,
will save in the Docker Hub. Maybe whatever it may be, it's a private repository and public repository. I can save
mhm,
in private repository that only accessed by me. Okay,
mhm,
and I can also save not only there, I can also save in AWS also. See,
mhm.
this ECR is there. See, ECR, Elastic Container Registry for Docker Hub, Docker images.
Okay. 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 Mhm,
I will also teach this one. As of now,
mhm.
I'm using Docker Hub. I can also use ECR also.
Okay. Okay.
If you in ECR also you have two things: public repository and private repository.
Mhm.
You can also save Docker images, but ECR is a billable. But
Okay.
Docker Hub is a free one.
Okay. Got it.
And one thing, as of now I'm running the applications there. Okay, if you want to provide any security for your application, you need to restrict at a security group level. See, at go to security group level. Just wait one second. uh, See, this is my security group. Just I'm opening in new tab. Just I'm opening in new tab. I think as of now I have mentioned open to everyone. See,
Yeah, this is for firewall kind of
yeah,
to communication
yeah,
to allow the ports. Yeah.
see, as of now, I'm running HTTP application and I'm opening to everyone all traffic I have
Okay.
provided. For suppose if you want to restrict your application, you can open to only specific network.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Specific
is a
port.
server level security purpose. And if you want to don't want to open your application Docker images to anyone, you can save in your private repository.
Okay.
That is another level. In the next class, I'm going to teach some other topics. Normally, for Docker, we can go for 4 classes, 5 classes like that. If I teach everything in 1 or 2 classes, that's not be like that. That's why I'm teaching one by one.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me. And in the next class, I'm going to teach like I will share these both pictures for you, and I will also show you what are the things I'm going to teach in the next topics. next classes. Sorry, wait. In the next
Please share
class,
the recording also.
as of now you have done created containers, all these things, right? Now in the next class I will explain backup docker images, and uh, push, save, backup docker images in docker hub, and just I showed ECR from AWS Cloud ECR. I will show how to save backup docker images in docker hub, these topics, and I will explain docker networking also, docker networking and the docker volumes to even in your containers also you can save some data, that's why you need docker volumes. Okay, and other things like and for suppose if you want to create any application, okay, if you want to create any application, what you are doing, you need images, full image. Okay, full images, and create container, then log into container, log into container, log into container, and adding the code, adding code, and again back, okay, application. Okay, finally you got some application, and one thing, and finally backup, push, all these things is okay, backup and pushing backup and something is there. It is a time taking process, so that's why you are using docker file, docker file is there. It is an important concept, docker file. It is very important concept. I will teach you in the next classes. Mm, okay, like these topics I'm going to cover in the next classes. Docker file is nothing but I'll show you one thing. uh,
Hello, Vinay.
yeah.
So, for your custom image, did you create it using a Docker file or the container from the container you created an image again?
See, first of all, you can use any option. Like you can log into the container, then you can add. But Docker file is a very easy process, right? Just you can whatever code if you want, you can add there, and directly it will use that one, right? Even if you are using Jenkins, also you need Docker file.
Okay.
For suppose if you are running in Jenkins server, you are integrating with the Docker. You can save Docker file in your GitHub repository. Then in a Docker file, you are going to mention some path, and then it getting the files from your GitHub repository. Then it's going to create the Docker image. Did you
Okay.
understand what I'm trying to say?
No, Jenkins part I didn't get it.
Okay, okay. Wait, I will show you that one. Uh,
So you were saying installing the Jenkins within the Docker or
no, 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 no. Wait, wait. Just I will explain you one second. For your understanding, I'll show you one code. Mm, Okay, okay. I need to sign in. See, for suppose it is my GitHub repository. Okay, in GitHub repository, I have multiple files. See, I have my CSS file, HTML file, and I have JavaScript file also there in my repository. Maybe for suppose you can assume like your GitHub have some application code. You can assume like that. In a Docker file, what you are going to do? You are going to mention some instructions. See, if you are going to do manually, what you are doing? Just you are pulling a nginx image and you are going to create container, but in a docker file, just you are mentioning instructions, okay, from nginx latest. It means it will consider the corresponding image, then just you are providing owner details, and just you are providing to run this command inside the container, then copy. If you mention like this, in this particular location, for suppose in this repository, it will search for this index.html file. It will search this file, and it will place in the corresponding path. Similarly, it will search this for this file, and it will place the corresponding file. Like these are the instructions we are going to provide for a docker, that is called docker file. For suppose if you are going to integrate docker and jenkins server, in a jenkins server, I mean in a jenkins you are going to write a pipeline, right? See, I'll
Okay.
show you. In for Jenkins, I'll show you this one. I'll explain with the help of this pipeline. See, you are okay. Charging is okay. Pipeline. See, in this pipeline, you are providing your GitHub repository link. Then you maybe it's a sample code. You can understand easily. See, you are providing a Docker app credentials, and see. Mm, See, you are showing using, if you run this command, see docker build, if you run this command, it docker build command search for docker file, like similarly if you have knowledge about maven and tomcat, if you maven commands look for pom.xml file, like that docker build, if you docker build commands look for a docker file. Whenever if you run this command in the pipeline, automatically it will search for a docker file. Docker file you have provided some instructions, then it will create the docker image. Then you have provided some credentials to jenkins server, then automatically it will create some all these things, then it will create the container. Like these kind of steps will be there. This is the integration with the jenkins. Even if you are using with the kubernetes also, uh, I have mentioned kubernetes also, I think. Yeah, this one. Even for a kubernetes also you need docker file only, right? But somewhat scenario will be different. I think you got cleared your doubt. Any other
Yeah, yeah.
things I want to explain?
No, I got it. Thank
Yeah,
you.
just integration purpose is there.
Okay.
Whatever, just for suppose it is your repository, you are saving your code in your repository, just you are providing path to the docker file, and in a pipeline, whenever you see the docker build command is there, it will search for docker file and it build as a docker image. Then the docker image will be useful for container. In pipeline, here just you are doing everything manually, but in jenkins pipeline, you have mentioned this one by one, right? Automatically it will do the task one by one. It is a simple pipeline. Maybe you have seen some other things in your project.
Yeah, it's clear. Today. Thank you.
Yeah. And as I mentioned, in the next class I'm going to explain about like how to backup Docker images to Docker Hub and ECR and Docker networking volumes, and mm, like this, and how to use Docker file, how to write Docker file, these topics I'm going to explain in the next class. Maybe it will take next one class or next two classes, just I'm saying this one. And any other questions, if you have, you can ask me. And if you want this class recording, I will upload in my YouTube channel and I will share the links to you.